WhyGuru Ji Ka Khalsa, WhyGuru Ji Ki Fateh. So in this video, Sangaji, I'm going to share some tips with you on how to pronounce the Penti Akhar and some of the Akhar in the Gurmukhi Lipi, which is difficult to pronounce, or we just find trouble in producing the sound. So before I move forward, I would like to give my gratitude to my Ustad, my Punjabi class teacher, my grand aunt Anipai Amardeep Singh Sodhi from Basics Academy, then Baba Surjit Singh Ji Mehro, who's my Santhia Ustad, and Gyanin Gurvinder Singh Ji Nangli, from whom I actually learned these tips, and from their Pothi, this Balupdesh, which has a lot of gyan in it, and instructions on how to pronounce. It's really, really helpful. So when it comes to the Penti Akhar, Guru Maharaj has arranged the Penti Akhar so systematically that each row that is in the Penti Akhar, the sound comes from the same place. So hence the Akhar are arranged in the same row. Let's get straight into it. So what I'll do is I'll pronounce the Penti Akhar, Akhar by Akhar, and when we come to certain Akhar that are difficult or are special, then I'll share with you on how the sound is produced. The first line, first row, and the last row, we are going to look at until from Ura line to Yaya line. The first row and the last row, they do not have similar sounds. So we are going to focus on the middle 5 rows here. So Ura, Ada, Edi. Now, asi Ura ni kehna, Rara ni lona, we are going to use Rada. So Rada, this one. Rada. Now, how do you pronounce the Rada sound? This is your upper palate. Thoda jiri in your mouth, you have the upper palate. And then this is your tongue. So Ra sound comes when you hit your tongue from the back of your palate. So Ra, Ra. ठीक है? So ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਊੜਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ, ਊੜਾ, ਊੜਾ, ਐੜਾ, ਈੜੀ. ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਮੂੰਹ open your mouth, try to speak with your mouth wide open so then the sound is properly produced. So again, ūड़ा, ਐੜਾ, ईड़ी, then very simple, sassa, haha. ठीक है? Then we go to the second row. Another avaz, the sound comes from the same place. Now, it's for us to recognize, apne aap tusi recognize karo avaz kitthon aa rahi hai, where the sound is coming from. So, kakka, kakka. So the sound comes from the back of your mouth, or you can say the beginning of your throat, and tusi jeeb nahi use karte. Let me go through the akhar. Kakka, khakha, gagga, kagga, nganga. So you realize my mouth is open and I'm not using my jeeb. Let's say you have difficulty pronouncing it. What you can do is hold your tongue. So how you can hold your tongue is, first of all, open your mouth, and then jiri tuari jeeba, your tongue, press it against your gum of your lower teeth. So kakka. See, even without my tongue moving, I can still produce the sound. Kakka, kakka, gagga, because your tongue doesn't need to move. And if you can already produce the sound, then you just have to stand in front of the mirror and practice this. Kakka. So you realize, ਇੱਥੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੱਥ ਰੱਖੋ, kakka, kakka. ਠੀਕ ਹੈ? So the sound comes from the back of your mouth. And then now comes the difficult akhar that many of us cannot pronounce, which is nganga. Is the same way. Hold your tongue. Nganga. If even that is still difficult, then the second method you can use is first pronounce ang. So pehla ang pronounce karo and practice this constantly. Ang, 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 ang. Okay. Then you add ang, ngang, ang, ngang, ang, ngang. Then you add ang, ngang, nga, ang, ngang, nga. So step number 3 ho gaya. Jado A pak gaya, when you're okay with this already, then you drop the So nga, nga, then drop the nga. Then we go to the next line, the cha-cha line. So cha-cha, Chacha, Jajja, Jajja, Nyanya. Okay, where does this sound come from? Chacha is where your tongue touches the middle of your upper palate. Chacha, chacha, jajja. ठीक है? So middle of your palate. So kakke di line ho gaya from the back of your throat. Chache di line ho gaya from the middle of your upper palate. Your tongue hits the middle of your upper palate. Some people get confused and say that, this is shasha. No. Jeri a second column from kakha, chacha, tata, tata, papa. You just have to add the h sound into the first alphabet sound. Ek kakka ho gaya si. Hona h sound tusi add karo. Khakha. Chacha ho gaya. H sound add karo. Chacha. ठीक है? Second confusion we get into is pronouncing the fourth column. Kagga, Chajja, Tadda, Tadda, and Pabba. So how does this sound get produced? This sound, the fourth column, is the combination of the first column akhar and the third column akhar. So how do we say kagga? Is kagga. How do we say chajja? Chajja. So that's how you get the akhar. Thoda jor paake. Chajja. Kagga. Then you get kagga, chajja. Hona tanke di line. Tanka, thatha, dadda, tadda, rana. So a आवाज कित्थों आंदी है? Tanka, thatha. So now again recognize where the sound is coming from. This is your upper palate, your tongue. From the back of your upper palate. Jeeb nu tusi ethe lagao and tanka, thatha, dadda, tadda. So basically you're holding it there and hitting it. So just flicking your tongue from the upper palate, back of your upper palate. Okay? Now, many of us have problem pronouncing rana. Rana, rana, same thing. Rana, 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 rana. You can roll your tongue a bit. Rana, rana. Then we have the tatta line. Tatta, thatha, dadda, tadda, nanna. So, edi sound kitthon hundi hai? Tatta. So, your tongue is touching the gum of your upper teeth. Tatta, thatha, dadda, tadda, nanna. So then you can realize rana sound which comes from the back of your upper palate and nanna which comes from the front of your palate, from the front of your mouth. So even pronouncing tadda, like I mentioned, thoda jor paake, tadda. So a akhar aa gaya. Tadda, tadda. So a akhar aa gaya, hai na? So there's a different sound between tadda and tadda. Okay? Then you have the papa line. So now try to see where the sound comes from, in which part of your mouth. Papa, papa, babba, babba, mama. So basically the papa line, the sound comes from joining the both lips together. Papa, papa. So some get confused that this is fafa, not papa. Okay, depends on where you have learned from. But what I have learned is that what we have seen is that the line, the row, the sound comes from the same place. So when we say papa and then we add h to the second alphabet, papa. So fafa sound kitho aa gaya? Fafa is basically this akhar here. Fafe pair bindi fa. So when you see people typing WhyGuru Ji Ka Khalsa, WhyGuru Ji Ki Fateh, they actually use fafe pair bindi fa. So this akhar without the bindi is papa, papa. Then we have Babba. Babba gaya again. Combination of the first and the third akkar. Babba. Then you get Babba and Mamma. Then the last line. Yaya, Yaya, Rara, Lalla, Vava, and Rada. So, a lot of students find difficulties in pronouncing Rada. Okay? Because this akkar is also Ra, R. This akkar is also producing the R sound. Hana? So, Rara, Polla bolna, soft, Rara. This one is similar to pronouncing Rana. So, to see hona, Rana sikh liya, Rana. Similar manner, now pronounce Ra, Ra. So, Ra, Ra. Thoda jor paake, then hit your tongue to the back of your palate. Ra, Ra. So, let me just refresh again. Kakke di line, your tongue doesn't move. Open your mouth, the sound comes from the back of your mouth. Kakka, kakka, gagga, and so on. Chache di line, your tongue now, you use your tongue and it hits your middle of your upper palate. Chacha, chacha, jajja, and so on. Tanke di line is your tongue hitting the back of your upper palate. Tanka, tatta. Tatte di line, your tongue now touches the gum of your upper teeth. Tatta, tatta. Papa, your lips are touching. Papa, papa, baba, baba, and so on. Yaya, rara, this line, there's no similar sound to it. So first line, ura, era, and the last line, yaya, rara, they are separate sound. So basically, it's just recognizing them. Okay? And then rara, similar to how we pronounce rana. Theek ya? And then go into learning muharniya. E, I, O, U, E, O, O, So we can't pronounce the sound, the bindi sound. Ere kanna utte bindi So what can you do? So sound ta produce kar sakde hain, hai na? Sound is, let's say you can't produce sound, just say then close your nose. Try that, okay? Or some people can produce sound. You will realize that your nose automatically constricts your nostrils. And you're not breathing, okay? It's in one breath that you're going to produce that sound. If you can't do that, then just say or let's say you're learning the sasa muharni line. Sa. So just try that, okay? So bar to see practice karo and then see how it helps you. So these are a few tips. If you have other tips as well that worked for you, then you can also share that with us as well. So forgive me for any mistakes I've made. WhyGuru Ji ka Khalsa, WhyGuru Ji ki Fateh.
If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Please donate and help spread Guruji's message. Link is in the description below. WhyGuru Ji ka Khalsa, WhyGuru Ji ki Fateh.